wait for people to show up and maybe come in. I don't know if somebody's going to come in and talk or not, but you know, we'll see. Hello, everybody, anybody. I'm gonna post a StreamYard link. Anybody wants to come in, we'll sit here and wait. I don't have much to say right now, but I'd rather just, you know, have an open chat if anybody wants to come in here. Not really interested in hearing what perps want, you know, their racist crap or whatever the fuck they're gonna say. Other TIs would be nice to come in here and chat. Want to. I have a little on a good note. I actually got something done as far as the fraud they're doing. They'd been changing my my billing address over and over, like 7 times now, from my physical address to get my bill to a post office box that I haven't had in like 6 years, 5 or 6 years. And finally I got them to file a fraud report on it. So I'm going to be talking to a detective about it, among other things that they've done, just like my Facebook and other cyber crap and identity slander, shit like that, all kinds of stuff. Just waiting on a detective. But that's something. At least something to get my foot in the door legally about these Nazi serial killer gang stalker scumbags. The funny thing is, after I went to the police station and was trying to get with, you know, get to talk to a detective or whatever, yeah, I know, right? The gang stalker neighbors I had were out here fucking running around like chickens with their heads cut off. They were, it was funny, and they've been they've got a little more aggressive on B2K the last since I start, you know, since I called Edison and they actually filed a fraud report. So they know their asses are grass, and I'm going to be the lawnmower here. It's not something they can get away from. It's just funny. It's funny how they think they're so untouchable, but they're going to find out they're not. I guess the thing is you have to get aggressive with these fuckers. Oh well, they do. They have to. So many people talk about it, and so many people try to report it and do stuff about it. They gotta know, you know. And it seems like even when you have something, they try to give you the stonewall about it. Even if you have a you know recurring situation or evidence, they try to just, you know, not do anything about it. And the funny part was when I did go down to the police station and I was talking to the uh, the watch sergeant on the phone, I said I needed to speak to a detective about this fraud situation with SoCal and Edison. And he said, "Oh, I'll connect you to so and so." And and I tried to leave a message, and it wouldn't leave a message, so I called him back. And he says, and the person he was trying to connect me to today, the watch commander today at the time, she said that, oh, that person isn't even a detective. The one the other guy was trying to connect me to isn't even a detective. So I said, well, I want to talk to a detective, not just some asshole in your office. I want to talk to a fucking detective. Connect me to a detective. Quit trying to stonewall me with your fucking BS, and do your job. You know, they're paid to do this shit, not to deter you from actually getting legal assistance, which it seems like that what that guy was trying to do. Now this person wasn't trying to do that. She flat out said, "Oh, that's not even a detective. We have no detective by that name." I said, "Well, why did the watch sergeant try to connect me with that person yesterday?" She said, "I have no idea. That's not right that they did that." I said, "Well, I need to speak to a detective. I need to see a detective." So she connected me on the phone to his message. So I left a message for this detective while I'm waiting on a call from that detective. And I went up to the front desk and I said, "Well, I've been here twice, and I really need to see a detective about this fraud stuff. I have evidence. I have evidence of cyber evidence, hacking, and all kinds of crap. That I have evidence. I have legitimate fucking documented evidence, paper, not just not just, oh, I think I'm being missed with. Have evidence." And he said, "Oh," I said, "I have phone numbers. I have a name. I have names, suspects." The guy says, "Oh yeah, detectives like that." I said, "Well, I just need to see one." And but so I told him, I said, "Well, I've been here 2 times and I haven't got to see anybody. So if I don't, if somebody doesn't contact me like this weekend or by Monday, I'm gonna be back." He said, "Well, this isn't like TV. These guys are out in the field." And I said, "Well, I've been here twice. I've voiced that I need to see somebody. Well, if they aren't out in the field 24 hours a fucking day, pick up your phone and call me. I need your help. I need you to perform your duties as a civil servant, because that's what you are. That's your job. Your job is to protect people like me that are being victimized." I said, "Well, I'll be back here Monday if somebody doesn't contact me." Okay. And that was when he said, "Oh, this isn't like television." I understand that. They're out in the field. That they have things to do. But while you're out in the field, drive by my fucking house. How about that? Is my grievance not as important as anybody else's other fucking grievance? Yeah, it is. So yeah. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Jeff. Um, what do you mean they can't help because it's further up in the government? Um, if you want to come in and chat, there's a StreamYard link. Zeth, you can come in. And you can talk about it. It's easier to talk about verbally as far as text is just a pain in the butt. But So I'm waiting on a conference back from the actual detective, not just a beat cop, a detective. I've talked to I've talked to officers before, and they give me the runaround. That's I flat out had the officer standing right here and right behind me, showing him the evidence I have on my computer, and I showed him this. I showed him the cyber threats. I showed him the Facebook hacking. I showed him who. I gave him phone number. I showed him the instances where there's people impersonating me, using my name for fantasy football, a bunch of stuff. He said, I said, so what are you gonna do about this? He said, well, that looks borderline to me. I was like, borderline to what? Borderline my fucking hairy ball sack. Borderline my ass. No, it's fucking criminal. It's crimes. I'm showing you crimes and you're telling me borderline. He said, well, gather more evidence and put it together and call me. And I was like, I'm not calling you ever again. You're not going to do shit. I'm showing you the fucking evidence right here in front of your face on my computer while I'm telling you, and you're telling me borderline. I'm like, whatever. You're not going to help me. So I I'm going over your fucking head. I'm going to a detective, not just a street beat cop. Going over your head. That was what the guy at the counter wanted. He said, "Do you want me to have an officer come out?" No, I want to talk to a fucking detective. I want to speak to a detective, a real detective, someone that's actually going to look at my evidence and act on it instead of I don't I've filed like 4 or 5 police reports, right, with the Lakewood beat cops, the cops that that come to see you when you go to the station. And it's always the same. Okay, we'll look into it and we'll get back to you. They don't ever do shit. They probably just fucking throw that shit right in the garbage. They don't even fucking look at it. They don't report it. Even though I've got the police reports they hand you, they ain't done shit. They aren't gonna do shit. Well, I'm gonna find somebody that's gonna do shit. You gotta find somebody that's gonna do shit. You have to find an actual cop that's gonna do his fucking job. So, honestly, I don't know how many people these fucking gang stalkers have in their pocket, and how many whatever. But it's obvious that it's like a standing order. If you're being gang stalked or targeted, you're gonna play hell to get lawyers to talk to you, to get a cop to do anything for you, to get anybody to help you that is legal. Even though they know it's criminal, they know these fuckers are doing illegal shit. Um, but all I can say is keep trying, because pretty soon you might find that one actual cop that's going to do something for you rather than stonewall you and shine you on. I mean, um, when you have actual evidence and you don't get any help, what can they expect you to do, right? I mean, when you have stuff that is trackable and names, connections, papers, legitimate hacks, cyber hacking, um, threats, um, and it's like, I showed him a couple of my lives where in the chat over here there's someone you know threatening me, fucking death threats and shit. And he's like, "Oh, well, that's just kids playing." I said, "Bullshit, motherfucker. These are not just kids playing. This is not a game. This is, it's not, it's not fucking Super Mario Brothers. This is real life shit that these fuckers are doing to us all the time. Okay. And the fact that he was, viewing it as pranks or whatever. It's like, so when you threaten someone's life and their livelihood, their, whatever, and and they don't do anything. It's, you tell a police officer, this fucker dickhead or so and so is giving me death threats and harassing me and blah blah blah, and then the police officer tells you to your face, we can't do anything about death threats. Bullshit. I see all the time when somebody says, I'm gonna kill you online, right? They fucking swat that motherfucker and they fucking arrest him. And you're telling me that to my face that, you can't do anything about death threats to someone I can tell you who, when, and how? Not just some random fucking jerk on the internet telling you how they're gonna fucking come and kill you or whatever. Really? Really? Gave me some fucking rigmarole about it. Or unless they come to your gate and they're voicing their opinion right here. Bullshit. 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 Um, but yeah, but that's about it with that. So uh, I know who, I know where, and I know how. Right, right. I mean, I know who, I know where, I know how, and why. So what do you have to do? Whose ass do I have to kiss? Right, so that law enforcement will do their job and help me nail these fraudster, serial killer, Nazi scumbags that live within fucking 300 feet of me and who inhabit the fucking internet. I mean, in the real world, right? I mean, like he said, oh, this isn't a movie. Well, it should be a fucking movie because it's one of the biggest conspiracies this fucking world has ever seen, where thousands of scumbag assholes interact with each other across the world to harass people and fucking threaten them and ruin their lives and harass them to death. And I do mean to death. I do mean murders. I don't just I'm not just saying they're calling you names and slandering you. They ruin your lives, they've killed people, and they continue to do it. And it's like they get like a fucking get out of jail free card, like playing Monopoly. That leads me to believe that there's big money and fucking power behind it, because if it's remained hidden for what, a decade, 2 decades, that these scumbag Nazi killer serial fucking murderer pieces of shit are able to just continue to do this shit and walk away willy-nilly scot-free and never be, without any regard for worrying about being reprimanded. And come on, really? I mean, let's just say you walk into a grocery store and you pick up a bag of chips and a soda, right? They're gonna hunt you down for the rest of your life until they nail you for a fucking bag of soda and a hot dog. But these fuckers can kill people and haha, we're gang stalkers. We do whatever the fuck we want. They don't do anything to us. You don't ever do anything to us because we're gang stalkers. Fuck you. Fuck you, powers that be, for not kicking these fuckers in the ass and letting it run rampant. So that was my topic for this evening. I know I'm late. I'm usually in here at 8 o'clock. But I was taking a nap and I slept through it. But really, I'd like to have somebody else talk to. I don't want to just sit here and blather for fucking 2 hours to myself, because that's what I feel like. Even though I am, speaking at you or to you, whatever. It's yeah, it gets really really boring really fast sitting here just talking and not interacting with someone else. So like I said, if I don't get someone up here, I'm not going to be on here very long. I don't feel like sitting here for two or 3 hours just running my fucking mouth for fucking 4 hours. Speaking of my mouth, it's healing. I had a piece of beef jerky in my mouth and I leaned down to give it to my dog and he got a hold of my lip. He punctured my lip and I was like, oh shit, that's not beef jerky, dog. Let go. But I just I watch other people. I watch other targeted individuals say what's happening to them and dealing with the same shit. Some targets aren't affected by B2K or remote neural monitoring that they know of, but they're still being subjected to the other aspects, the cyber harassment, the street theater, the assaults on the street, the threats, the shit, the slander, the other crap. But there are a lot of us that are being, physically hit with dew weapons. That have the B2K all wherever you go. It doesn't matter where you go. I was watching Kevin Christian talking about he's a couple thousand miles away from where he lives, and it doesn't matter where you are. They're gonna be there in your ear, fucking harassing you. I mean, thousands of miles from your residence or wherever you're at, even if you're on you're traveling, whatever, an airplane and a train and a boat, whatever, the fuckers are gonna be there because this shit is encompassing the globe. It is global. Flat earthers around the globe agree, right? So yeah, I had a piece of beef jerky. I had it in my mouth and I leaned over and thought he was going to take it, but he took my lip with it. He took part of my lip with it. And it wasn't very smart to do, but it was funny. It hurt, but it was funny.
Especially with the dog, you constantly tell him to leave the finger.
Yeah, I should have known better, but but it was okay. It's healing, but he punctured it pretty good. And he for like 3 hours after that, he was all trying to apologize and kind of freaky. You know how dogs get. And he's all, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. I don't know. You didn't mean to. You know, it was my fault. But anyway, I mean, I I presented um the hacking evidence on here. Uh, I've presented my evidence of them creating a fake profile where they have me listed as deceased and people that aren't even my family as my relatives, and um, I'm not related to anybody with the last name of Reed, and I've never went by the name of Scott Reed or Scott R. Well, you know, that's neither here nor there. Um, they stole the registration out of my car. I've done what I can to nail these fucking scumbags, and I'm not going to stop. Um, they don't have a legal leg to stand on, but I have a body of evidence. I have paperwork. I have police reports. Um, I, I have hours and hours of electronic harassment recorded. I have cyber attacks, fucking cyber threats right here in this chat. This chat that you're inhabiting right now, these scumbags come in and fucking, you know, and they attack people in the chat. It isn't like they just attacked me. They were attacking random people in the fucking chat. These Nazi fucking racist scumbags. You know, get away with murder. Literally, get away with murder. Um, so, I will say this. I've mentioned who, I've mentioned how, and I've mentioned why more than once on my channel. If you know who's fucking attacking you, say who they are. Don't be afraid to say their names, because they're not afraid to attack you and say your name. They're not afraid to spread slander about you to all of their network. They're not afraid to. So why should you be afraid to say who the criminal is that's harassing and attacking you? If you have the evidence, fucking show it. Especially when no one, it seems like that um, no one legally is going to help you, then I guess you got to help yourself, right? I mean, you have to be Batman for yourself, I guess. So uh, like I said, I could show them. I got like a half a dozen police reports. I got, you know, I called the FBI, called the CIA, called the NSA. Who the fuck you got to talk to? Whose ass do you have to kiss to wake the world up to fucking gang stalkers and get them fucking arrested, reprimanded, disbanded, what the fuck ever? You can Google gang stalking jobs like I have before right here, and you can see just who and where's hiring these fucking scumbags right in your neighborhood, wherever you are in the world. And I guarantee you, right where you live, there's an urgent opening for a gang stalker near you. So, on Indeed.com, on Bitsy, companies like Nefarious, companies like Revenge for Hire, these fuckers are Nazi scumbag gang stalkers. That's what they are. And they're paying people to fucking stalk you. They don't hide it. They say, we're looking for stalkers. And I'm not talking about warehouse stalkers to put food on shelves. I'm talking about STALKERS, not STOCKERS. Stalkers. Stalking is illegal, right? Am I wrong? Stalking is illegal. Stalking a person is illegal, right? Right? So how are these fuckers able to just get away with it if they aren't being paid to do it? It's bullshit. It's bullshit world. It's bullshit world that you're using brain computer interface technology to harass, invade people's heads, fucking voice to skull technology to fucking electronically bombard people with your fucking hate speech 24 hours a day, right? Without their consent. Not because they did anything, not because they said, "Oh yeah, I'll enroll in it." Bullshit. No targeted individual has ever consented to this shit. None, and they're not going to. Don't pretend, gang stalkers. Like any of us say, "Oh yeah, we want this done." This little fucking scumbag's always saying, "Oh, he wants me to do that." Get fucked, Ian, you little piece of shit. Quit pretending to be me and quit fucking screaming at people in Long Beach and saying the N word and saying you're gonna come to, saying he's me, gonna go to Long Beach and beat somebody's ass. The same little fucker that came out here with a hatchet saying, "Let's finish this." Well, I'd like to finish it. I'd like to finish it with you. All right, I'll finish it. Finish you. So anyway, but really, dude, Zeth, you live in Long Beach, right? You know, I lived in Long Beach off of Cedar, 20th and Cedar for like 8 years. So I know what Long Beach is about. I know about Long Beach. These fuckers are trying to pretend like I still live in Long Beach. I haven't lived there in a long fucking time, but uh the fucker was saying that screaming the N word at somebody in Long Beach, saying he's gonna, that he's me. Saying he was using my name, saying I'm Scotty Schmear, I'm gonna come down there, I'll kick your ass, blah blah blah. I'm like, you little fucking prick, right? Um, yeah, right. I would like to, man. I would like to come down and sit down and get high with you. That would be awesome. Whatever, that'd be great. Um, that is exactly right. It's all around the world. I mean, you're, you know, I mean, you're in Australia. There's people in the UK. Everywhere. There's not. It's it's not a localized event, and that's just it. It's a worldwide conspiracy of fucking criminal syndicate terrorists. Terrorists trying to inflict terror, and they're doing it every day, all day, 24/7. And once they put you on their list of targeted individuals, you don't get off of it until you're dead. That's the way you get off of it, is if you die. That's how you're no longer a target, is you die. You're dead. I hear some people say, "Oh, my gang stalking is over," blah 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 blah. It's not over. They're just being quiet. They're not done with you. They're not going to leave you alone. They never left anybody alone. And when I see some people saying, "Oh, that my gang stalking's over," they're not missing it. That's a shill. They're full of shit. They're not going to leave you alone. They don't leave you alone. They don't harass a motherfucker for 12 years or 20 years to just all of a sudden one day leave you alone. That's exactly right, Tanya. It never stops. I just so anyway, like I said, I've already been speaking, just blathering. talking about this shit that I talk about for hours. So, unless somebody's gonna grace my StreamYard and have something else to say, I'm gonna end this stream because I'm not gonna sit here for 4 hours tonight without having somebody else to talk to. Not gonna do it. So, that's what I gotta say. I'll stick it out for another 10 minutes, but unless somebody has something else they want to add or come in and talk, I'm not going to sit here for an hour and a half or 2 hours. Well, like I said, I'm going to continue to try and legally do something, even though it doesn't, it never seems to do anything. No matter what kind of evidence you have, but I mean, they changed my SoCal Edison address 7 times. I count 7 times, and this time I finally got Edison to file a fraud report. I said, look, you got to do something. There's something you can do. Well, there's not a lot we can do. I said, what do you mean there's not a lot you can do? These fuckers have done this 7 times. They're going to probably do it again. She said, oh, well, I can file a fraud report on it. And then you can take that to the police and you can give them the suspects and they can go nail their fucking ass. So that's what I'm doing. Because I have a pretty damn good idea who's doing it. And by pretty good, I mean 99.9%. Yeah, Tanya, I appreciate that. I appreciate that comment. That sorry what you are going through. Well, I'm not the only one. You're going through it. You've been going through it most of this time. That's going through it. John Hopper's going through it. There's the fucking other people go through it. Christina Marie's going through it. Kevin Chris. So many of us. There's so many people that are targeted, and they know it. I mean, YouTube obviously knows it, and YouTube doesn't care that that when you try and report these scumbags that come in your chat and harass you and say the N-word and they type the N and then they do the rest of it down. They don't put it all in one word, but they type it in a line down the chat or whatever shitty comments they type or slanderous comments. Or they'll come into your stream and scream that shit, or post some Nazi crap on their video, or some porn bombing shit. YouTube, you're letting these scumbags do this shit. You just allow it. You don't stop them. You people report them, and you don't do shit about it. You're no better than the stalkers. If you're allowing them to do that, kind of like this is interesting. I don't know if I know everybody's talking about Kanye, right? About how the Nazi crap he did on talking about wearing his mask on Alex Jones. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're a sick, demented motherfucker. What? Hitler? You like Hitler? You're obviously out of your fucking mind. Saying that the Holocaust didn't happen, that he didn't kill 6 million Jews. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? No, it's not right that we're tortured in our homes and it's like we're in jail in our own home, right? Um, because you can't. It doesn't matter where you are, though. That's the problem. It's not just in your home. I mean, if you're like wherever you're at, they're gonna follow you with this shit wherever you go. What? But anyway, I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna be in here for a couple more minutes, but unless I can get someone to come in and talk to me, I'm not gonna sit here. For lack of a better word, just I just think morons. If you don't think the Holocaust happened, you're a moron. Shoot yourself now because there's nothing. You're no good. You're sick. You need help. You need to go to a psychiatrist and commit yourself if you don't think that shit happened. But anyway, that's the interesting thing about that is the Stasi did similar shit like what we're dealing with around the world right now. The Stasi did that. You bet it did. that it sure as fuck did happen. Okay, so Kanye, never open your mouth again, you stupid motherfucker. Yeah. Well, I just when I saw that, and I was like, the sad part is Alex Jones was the voice of reason there. that's mine, right? Um, I mean, having that little Nazi Fuentes and then Kanye over here, the other wannabe Nazi. Why fucking? I don't get it. I just like.
You didn't share with me.
I don't know. Light my fucking own. Whatever.
I smoked the whole cigarette without even offering it. You're copping attitude?
Okay.
Really?
Sorry, but um, yeah. Well, you better not show them. You better not show them. But anyway, I'm coming here and chat angels. Otherwise, somebody. Otherwise, I'm gonna end this at 45. No, what are you talking about? I never said you did anything like that. But anyway, so I guess try and keep your head up and keep fighting these Nazi, racist, murdering scumbag, fucking serial killer gang stalkers. The world terrorist organization of gang stalkers is real, and you can't get away from it. But but on another note, Kanye, shut up, dude. Just shut up. Just shut up. Okay. Have a good night. Thanks.